One of the questions I always get is, how do we estimate values quickly and throw them into our analysis? I've coached 302 Haskane teams to over 180 podium finishes. Estimation is an essential skill. It lets you test whether your solution is financially feasible before you spend hours building a detailed spreadsheet. This is part of the Case Finances and Excel Mastery series. Turn numbers into compelling insights. Let's learn how to estimate effectively. You start by stating your assumptions clearly, then pick key metrics and estimate quickly using round numbers. This is critical in case competitions. If you don't have a rough check early, the finance person may discover late that the numbers are unrealistic, and then you have to start over. Good estimation shows you're thinking to the judges. They respect logical process, even if the numbers aren't perfect. It helps keep the expectations realistic for your audience and lets you move forward confidently with budgeting, ROI, and valuation. One of the examples I use a lot is the estimate the daily long distance railway ticket sales in China. So I've made some assumptions here. The population, the amount that don't travel, an urban versus rural split for travel habits, and the average traveler making 2 round trips per year, which is 4 tickets. We then use rough numbers, a step-by-step calculation, and this arrives at a result of about 4 million, actually 4.1 million tickets per day, which is actually very close to the 2012 actual figures when I started using this example. Estimation also helps diagnose problems. Example, the profitable hardware store suddenly starts losing money after some reorganization. We break down what everything looks like. And here we've got quality, margin, sales mix, and profit. And we look at the before and after. We start to ask ourselves why the profit dropped. We can do this by looking at what is profit. Profit is revenue minus cost. We can break down the revenue in terms of price and quantity, the cost in terms of fixed and variable costs, and then start asking questions around what might have changed and start to identify what's happening in this case. In this case, the sales mix changed dramatically, as we saw in that previous slide. Low profit loss leader items were moved to eye level, increasing their sales volume and hurting the overall profitability. So estimation here let us quickly isolate what changed. The mix, not the volume, not the cost, but it was the mix of the sales. And we were able to test the potential fixes in order for us to get to that. There you have it. Practical estimation techniques for market sizing, budget, and diagnosing financial changes in a case. This is part of the Case Finances and Excel Mastery series. Turn numbers into compelling insights. Drop a comment. What's your biggest challenge with estimation in cases? Market sizing, budgeting, or diagnosing change? Subscribe and hit the bell for the rest of the series. Cam Welsh out. Go estimate early, stay realistic, and build stronger financial stories.